Oh, it feels so good to be back at the airfield. It's not even that cold today. We're in the 50s or 60s with a light breeze with an amazing P-51 Mustang, ready to fly, transmitter, receiver, flight stabilization, charger, battery, brushless motor, 4 channels, amazing. 3 different flight modes. This is a reason to be excited. This is why I like the hobby. Every now and then something awesome comes along that says, hey, I see what you're doing. I'm gonna do it better and I'm gonna do it cheaper. And this is that. This went together in about 20 minutes, was very easy to do, just screws. The instructions did a fine job. The only thing they completely omitted was putting the prop area together, mounting the prop. Just make sure you get it on counterclockwise, and quick tip, that little nose cone does pop off.
Show them your prop so that they don't know what counterclockwise means. They can look at
It should spin counterclockwise. All airplanes should, unless they're a pusher prop, and they always face one way. You want the pull of the prop to go that way, not that way. So that's what that means. If a little bit of this is new to you guys, this is going to actually be in part of our beginner series of how to fly RC planes, because this belongs there. With the 3 flight modes, you can easily fly this. As a matter of fact, I think we're going to have Abby fly it later probably, and it also has room for growth to be able to do rolls and loops and have just a really good time. Being borderline, it is hobby grade, it's just smaller. It has a nice universal battery with a JST plug, 500 milliamps, should get us, I'm hoping, between 5 and 10 minutes. They also, believe it or not, have a cheaper version that's not ready to fly. We'll also link that in the description box below. Guys, it just feels so good to be out here at the airfield today. Abby and I have been kind of sick over the weekend, and Amelia too, so it's nice to get a little fresh air and get out the field and fly a plane. I'm just so happy to share this experience with you, so let's go fly. That's as far as it's letting me bank. I think that's the flight stabilization on.
Are there modes?
Yeah, there's rates and modes, but it won't let me bank any tighter than that, and I was expecting it to let me bank. That's as far as it'll let me bank right now. So the turns are extremely wide, but that's okay. It's just been a while since I've flown something this small, and I expected it to be a much tighter turn. So that was right over our heads, but this is now hands-free, and this is hands-free. $85, maybe 90 bucks or so when you're watching this video. I'm giving it that input to bank, but now I'm completely hands-free right there at about half throttle. That's kind of amazing. Look, I'll jump. Abby, get me, hands-free. You're not even watching.
I saw you.
Easy to fly. So that's awesome. This is the cheapest P-51 that we've ever come across, and it is actually the easiest to fly Warbird of all time. This is amazing.
I've never flew a Warbird for about 20 seconds till I lost signal and went down.
Definitely, you know, flying a Warbird with flight stabilization like this, like a cheaper flight stabilization, you feel it. You know, sometimes it's a little twitchy, I guess, when you let off of the stick, but it's still leveling. So while we have flight power, I am going to throw it into medium rates, which should, yeah, there we go. That's what I was hoping for. I can really bank it tight now, as you can see.
Yeah, that's better.
See how tight that is? But this is me holding it full right. So I still am unable to do like a loop or a roll with this. So let's come toward us, and I will give it full up, and here's full down, and now we'll get closer, and then I'll go full up. I will do a little bit of advanced maneuvers, and then I'll get the controls into Abby's hands. So there's full up. It actually is kind of letting it go upside down, which is hard to believe it's letting me do that. Let me level this back out, and then I will go into advanced mode. There's advanced, so I should, yep, there we go, full control over it. Little twitchy with this cheaper radio, but let's do a roll over Death Valley here. And there we go, here's a roll.
Nice.
And a loop. That was really ugly sideways loop. I'll try to get it a little closer, but it's easy to see orientation with that bright red tail. And then I want to land it, and I want you to fly this.
Okay.
It's basic mode. Let's do a nice little open scale loop there.
I didn't know this would be something I was gonna fly, but
yeah, I didn't either, but it's
cool.
crazy easy to fly. So let's do maybe one more nice big loop. Quiet plane compared to that sandblasting in the background.
For how small this plane is, it's easy to see.
I want to show you guys too, like the panic mode that this would have. So let's back into advanced mode. Let's go ahead and roll it upside down and then throw the switch. So I threw the switch and I went hands-free completely, and it saved the plane for me. So that is exactly what you're looking for in a plane, Abby. That's amazing. Let's do a landing, and then I really want you to fly this. So there's 0 throttle. Look at that. That is so nice. And just, oh, I should have cut it lower. That's okay. You're gonna like flying this.
I'm not surprised. All your warbirds end up landing like that.
Okay, let's do it, Abby. More throttle. Oh, that's okay. Just needed more throttle. There you go. There you go. That's right. She's got it now. I gotta adjust this. There we go. That sandblasting in the distance is super loud. Tell them about your launch experience there.
The first one definitely needed elevator as soon as I threw it out of my hand. It's not like the Champ, so I had to do the left-handed throw. But I did break the plastic foamy piece that holds one of the landing gear in, but it just needs glued back in, and it'll be perfect again.
So,
I'm in, I guess Nate put me in beginner mode.
Super beginner mode. You actually probably would enjoy the medium mode, which is the right switch. Just get one click, because you have a lot more control over it. Okay. I know you'll like that mode way more.
But I can't like...
No, upside down. Okay. Yep. In advanced, you could.
I've never successfully flown a Warbird before, so
right.
I'm not gonna be like daredevil kind of.
That's okay.
And if you can't tell, I'm not feeling well, so.
Yeah, so we all kind of got a bit of a cold over the weekend, and we're all on the upswing. I'm finally feeling a little bit better. Just a little secret YouTube news. The last couple videos you guys watched were recorded before we got feeling under the weather.
Like that. Is that stabilization?
That's a flight stabilization. There's a little bit of wind. Okay. That's right. I'm very...
Just because it's so small, it was like really noticeable.
Yeah, that's right. I am extremely impressed with this.
The one thing I like about auto stabilization stuff
I saw the twitchiness there.
Is when you bank it, as soon as you let go of your sticks, it centers back.
Yep.
That's one of my favorite features, because I think that's what I struggle in a lot with planes that don't have any type of stabilization, is centering the wings back level. You know? Yeah.
I am noticing the twitchiness when you get out of that bank. Give everyone a nice right hand turn, Abby.
What?
Yeah, blow their minds.
I don't know how to do that.
So this is, first of all, an extremely easy to build P-51 Mustang. It is also a good size. It's a good scale too. Couldn't commit to the full right-hand turn, huh? Couldn't commit. And the fact that it's ready to fly with the radio, the battery, and the charger at this price is pretty mind-blowing. It's, look at that twitch. Put it back in the basic mode and see if that levels that back out.
Okay. Which way was it? I don't...
Pull it down. Nope, that's advanced.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Good save.
Yeah, nope. I wish the beeps were a little bit different, but I could have just looked.
It is labeled.
Read the transmitter. The beeps, I said.
Yeah, I know, but it's labeled. Let's see if it's still. Yeah, it's a little twitchy. That's okay. Overall, it flies really good. This is not on quite the same level as, say, for example, an E-flight plane, but it's also, well, I'd say that's your battery. That's your battery. Just let it come in. You can land it. You got it. Good job.
Better landing than you, but
yeah.
took the wheels off.
Very good. Very good. Well, that was crazy impressive. I'm really happy with this. This is bigger than, for example, the Champ that we recently did on the channel. The pros and the cons. The pros are the price for sure, and the features that you're getting in this versus something that is a bit more mainstream and name brand. That Champ has been around for like 10 years, guys. There is a reason for that. I would be willing to bet, and I don't care if they sell 1 million of these, it probably won't be still in production 10 years from now. This is going to be one of those one and done airplanes, most likely. I'm
really happy, honestly.
Truly is very amazing, but I want to be very realistic for you guys going into this. Let's just say this, should you buy this? Yes, you should. This is an amazingly easy to fly plane. It's made out of awesome durable foam. If it would happen to break beyond mine and Abby's little crashes that we had today, so easy to repair.
Have you ever seen a Warbird this size for that price?
No, and the fact that it also
ready to fly.
Flight stabilization is mind-blowing. And this is a very good point here to be made. If you don't want this chintzy transmitter that comes with it, and the receiver that is paired with it that has the flight stabilization, guess what? You can get a receiver ready version to put your own receiver in for even cheaper than this. We will link both of those in the description box below. But back to like pros and cons, I mean, it's just not name brand, but the price is just a no-brainer. This has got to be the best plane we have seen, especially Warbird, for that price. I love this. The only damage that this plane got is, you can see this piece of plastic here cracked from Abby's impact of her landing gear. This would just slide into that plastic. So she decided to take the other wheel off, which just literally, it comes like this, by the way, and you just slide it in here. This is probably too small to do a grass landing, or I'm sorry, a grass takeoff, but it could definitely do an asphalt takeoff, a runway takeoff. It has a brushless motor with a very nice prop. Just a little heads up, this threw me off when I was building it, which some guys get mad when I say build because it's not a big kit. This nose cone pops off of here. There we go. So you have to put your nut and your washers and stuff on there because that pops on and pops off. Took me a few minutes to figure that out. The rest of this whole put together process, just screws, no tape, no glue required. Very awesome, very easy to build, very cool. I love this. I do think you should buy one, definitely, if you're into airplanes at all. Maybe the only disappointment was the flight time. I feel like that was a pretty short flight.
It was, I think, 6 to 7 minutes with both our flights.
And I guess that's fair. I love flying and I wanted more flight time, so that's fair. But this is the included battery if you get the ready to fly version. It's a 2-cell 500 milliamp LiPo with a JST plug. That battery, guys, is common and so cheap, especially even name brand versions of that battery, ridiculously cheap. I kind of like the fact that you snapped one of the landing gear.
Someone has to test the durability of the thing.
We got to see it fly without the landing gear.
What I'm surprised is the motor came, you know, the prop and everything, unscathed. Like, I was worried I broke a prop.
And brushless setup, just absolutely amazing, really, truly. I want to see them do more of this stuff because that's nice in scale and just a beautiful plane. To those of you that might get this as a beginner, I think is a great idea. Advanced pilots would like this too. This little switch on the right all the way towards you is the beginner mode, and you can hear my servos. Okay, that is telling you that the flight stabilization is on. If you go to the middle position, it'll let you bank even farther. So in beginner, it'll only let you bank a little bit. Intermediate will let you bank farther. And advanced, it's off completely. You can't hear those servos anymore. It's going to let you do rolls and loops and fly like a 4-channel airplane. Also, when I got mine out of the box, the ailerons were backwards for some reason. So when I pushed right, the left one went up. When you pull right, you want the right one to go up. If it's opposite, what I did was toggle the left switch a few times back and forth, and it reversed them. So there's probably an exact procedure to that, but I just like twitch, 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 and it reversed them. So that's how you do that.
But that's something you should check every time before you fly. When
always.
you give it right input, the right aileron should go up and the left goes down. And when you go left, left goes up, right goes down.
That's right.
It's like Nate always said, it's like the wing that's banking should raise its hand.
Yeah, so you pull right and the right one says, pick me, pick me. That's the easiest way to remember it, I think. I still do that. Elevator, you pull down for that to go up. But we're doing a beginner series of RC planes. I would love for you guys to check that out. I think that this one might belong there. It's for the price, absolutely very beginner friendly, so durable, and just awesome. I do want to apologize for the sandblasting going on in the background. Hopefully that's not too loud for you guys. We don't have much control over that.
Support us on Patreon, and one day we'll have our own space.
Yes,
where we don't have to listen to this.
We can buy our own field someday.
Hey, I've done shopping, but we can't afford it.
We are looking for that beautiful private land someday. That we need a lot more patrons. We need some flight test overnight golf course money is what we need to make that happen. And we will eliminate the sandblasting that has taken over Death Valley. Well, guys, this is a must-have. If you happen to order it now, you might get it in time for Christmas. Maybe, maybe not, depending on where the slow boat is at the dock.
Just put a picture of it in the box.
If you're buying it for someone else, yeah. Really, truly an awesome plane. We'll have it linked in the description box below, and some of you might be interested in the bind and, well, it's not bind and fly, it's like a receiver ready version. We'll put that down there too. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.
Bye!